Alright guys, so we did something that I would normally do in America, and I ordered half a pig. No head, no legs. So, this is how it comes here. Normally you can order it by the kilo. They have local slaughters. This was just slaughtered last night.
This
so I know
morning.
it's safe.
This morning.
This morning, last night, whatever. 3 a.m. in the morning is last night and this morning. Even 5 a.m., you know. But this is how it comes. Normally, you would order it from the people, you would get by the kilo. You order 1 kilo, 2 kilo. We know the person, they spoke to us, we made out an arrangement, and I got half the pig. And what I got,
Oi, your gloves.
yeah, is literally half the pig. We got no head, no legs. So as you can see, they're cut off. You know, could use a little wash, but you know what? It's better than nothing. So let me get mine washed up and ready. We'll get to work.
Wow. Go.
Alright. So we're gonna cut it up a little bit. We'll clean it up, cut it up some more. It's gonna be a bit of work. We've got our cleaver. We're gonna have to just dissect this into what we want, because we ordered half the pig, which is gonna be messy. Party sounds.
You ano, wrong shirt.
Well, that's why I said not white.
It should be black.
So first thing we're gonna do is try to arrange this so I can cut it a little easier. I'm trying not to get stuff everywhere, because we have lots of cleaning and probably some giveaway. And my knife's not sharp, of course. Should have sharpened it first. Now this fat and silver skin could be rendered down. It's good for dog food, stuff like that. I'm not worried about it so much. Can you open up the food tray? Sorry, this is junk stuff. It's like dog meat and things. I'm trying to trim off some of the fat first. Now, if I could use the whole table, it would be a lot easier, but I really can't. This is our ham, our back portion, the actual butt of the pig. There's the skin.
You happy with the meat? With your meat?
Yes, like in southern parts of America, they love a crispy, crackling, chicharron skin here. I do not. My wife doesn't do it when I get it prepped for her. So we don't really use the pig skin. So we'll cut it up and give it to some friends for animal feed. And make some dogs very, very happy.
You want me to do it?
You barely can use a knife.
You. Mina, 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 mi, 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 mi. Push, push, push. Ah. Where do you want me to put?
So right there. So I can just...
Okay. Push, push, push.
Piece right there.
You forgot to sharpen your knife.
Yeah, I did. And I'm paying for it.
Back of the pig?
Yep.
What's that?
fat back. A very good cut of meat. Finger hole. Let me get some elevation. Because I want to peel back all the fat, but I don't want the silver skin and the skin. So this helps me pull up and shave the ribs so I don't waste as much meat.
I want the ribs.
One main thing is to take your time and go slow so you're not flinging stuff everywhere. And a lot of times the knife will just guide you.
That's the silver skin?
Fat silver skin as they call it. That's the really tough part that a lot of people
You
forget.
don't eat that in America?
No, not really. It's the tough part.
Oh, yeah.
If you take it off, your meat is more tender, more juicy.
You're wasting a lot of food.
How? It's inedible. You spit it out anyways if you're chewing on it. You cannot eat silver skin. Back in Arkansas, we would just have a big party, throw the whole pig on a grill and cook it all at once. Not like lechon like you guys do. We slow cook it. So this is all still good meat right here. There's another nice good cut of meat right there. And here's your ribs.
And how about that part?
This is the backbone. I mean, that's good for soup, stuff like that. This is meat you take off and you just put it to the side. You put it in sausage or you just make little pork cubes.
Just cut it and I will use it for
Well,
gulay
Yeah,
or grill.
that's what I'm saying. Like the little pork cubes we do, you
Okay.
can use that for that, you know. I'm try to get all the good meat I can. But I also want to try to, because keeping it on the bone makes it easier to trim this stuff. You know, it doesn't move as much. This is why you pay people, you know.
That's why you buy it in the grocery.
Yeah, but that's also why at the grocery store it costs
Ah,
a lot more. Right now, we got this for $3.20. We got this for $3.20 a kilo, which is a great deal. Because at the store right now, just pork chops, pork cubes, anything is selling for about $500 or more per kilo. So this is a good deal. So it's gonna take a lot of work. And they would have cut it up for me. They would have made a whole bunch of little chunks, whatnot. But I wanted to cut my own sizes and stuff. That's why we did it. It's not that they won't do it. They would have, very happily. I could have ordered 12 kilos and it would have come all bits, pieces, and I didn't know what was what. This way I know and I can label what meat cuts are what meat cuts.
maybe what did you order for Let's Pig, the sugarcane thing? What's the name of that food? Legolas. The sugarcane.
Molasses.
Molasses.
Shoulder blade right there.
Baboy. Baboy.
Trying to separate the ribs here.
I want ribs. Ribs. Deep fry like that, or
There's not much meat on them, so that's probably what you're gonna have to do. Unlike, you know, the baboy in America, they're really fatty ribs. There's, you know, like what we get from the place.
yeah.
That's how ribs should be. But look at these. There's no meat on that rib.
Maybe I'm gonna saute now.
Probably wild raised, where it just ate the land. No real food supplied by human.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people prefer wild. You know, that's like when you
Okay.
the grass-fed beef only. You know, unlike you know, in a lot of places in the West, to make the pigs fat, they feed them old donuts and old bread, and like we did, you know, a year or so ago, you know, we fed a pig molasses so it would get fat and tasty, you know. There's just different theories behind what's best. There's a joint you can just separate it at. Where's
The
cleaver?
big one?
Yeah.
The heavy one. The heavy one.
I'm kind of hoping it was see like that. Like I said, I've still got, you know, limited surface here. I'm just trying to use the weight of it to like hammer it. I'm also trying to have as little as possible rig fragments. I got it separated already. Oh, we have to rinse everything anyways. I don't think we're really gonna have bacon, you know?
Okay. Bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon!
I'm losing a lot of it with what I'm doing.
So, where are we now?
We're almost at the end. Trimming some of the last bits off.
Yay.
Trimming some of the skin off the pork belly. Not really making pork belly out of it, because it's not really fatty. It's a very lean pork. Very grass-fed, all natural, not very fatty. Some people like that, you know. I wasn't really looking at making bacon anyway, so not a big deal. I do need to get the skin off, which is a little difficult on the last few bits.
And the knife.
Yeah, my knife's getting dirty and dull and really needs to be sharpened, but I ain't stopping now. I'm almost done. That's all our meat right there. This is the skin and extra fat. This is bone stuff to be cooked down. Same with that. Make broth and soup out of it. But this is a little piece of like pork brisket I'm trying to trim. See, one of the better ways to get the silver skin is to get something you can really grab and then just run your blade.
Ayaw nga.
See how it's pulling?
Oo.
And some people will even use the backside. And just pull that separate.
Oh.
Yeah. You can separate the silver skin. If you can grip it. I'm not great at gripping. See?
That's the silver.
Yeah, silver skin and a couple bones. But like this stuff, that's not really edible. It doesn't really add any flavor. But there's a nice little cut of meat. See the skin right there? That's what makes it tough. Just pulling that webbing up. It's thin, but you've got a nice little piece of pork right there. Not sure that all. So Kuting got the ultra fun job of cleaning up after Biik and after baboy. Haha, get it? Biik, baboy. So she's cleaning after our fat husband pig and cleaning up the pig for dinner later. So she's rinsing it all off, you know, getting the bone fragments off, stuff like that. And then we'll dry it off. separate it. Might seal some, might just food saver some, and then pressure cook some of the meats. But a lot of that's got to get out of the soaking liquid. Just rinsing off bone fragments so we don't chunk into a little bone and kill ourselves. She did such a wonderful job, so quick, and sanitized with a Lysol so we know there's no germs and bacteria. Or on my face, obviously. Because the spray is hitting me in the face. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's alright. I guess I needed it. Should have took that shower. But table's all nice and clean. No scratches, no breaks, luckily. I didn't mess it up.
There's a lot of scratches.
Shh. We don't talk about those scratches. But
and flaking.
Yeah.
Baka naman.
Poor quality in the Philippines sometimes. We've got one spot which also, my neglect of taking care of it. I should have put some kind of fingernail polish, enamel, something, spray paint. Now I gotta paint the whole legs of the table again. I gotta take that apart some other time. But table's all nice and clean now. No trace of any giant mess. And we have a bunch of food. We'll weigh it up after we get packed up and stuff. And see what we ended up with after taking out the bones and skin and stuff like that. See how much it was worth it or not. So we'll check back in later, guys. Once again, thank you, Kuting. I'd be lost without her. Or at least I'd be hiring a maid. Probably be cheaper to have a maid than a wife. Here's what we made with the fat and a little bit of the meat that was trapped on the fats. Got a nice pork broth here made out of it all. Got all the real bones out so it can't harm. And got extra broth right there. This will go to our little doggo friends. One of our friends has some puppies and doggies. So this will go to them. And I told him one of the best things to do is take like half of this. She's got, I think, 5 dogs. Take half of this, mix it with a bunch of rice, cook the rice in it. You got liquid there. The dogs will love it. They'll absolutely love it. I mean, honestly, humans could eat it too, but the skin wasn't cleaned very well. But it was cooked. Pressure cooked it for about an hour. Let it sit, relax, chopped it all up so it can be divided evenly. And now, they got probably 8 meals here for the dogs or more. Add more vegetables if you want or whatever. Add a little dog food. But it's a nice little treat for them. And it'll be nice and healthy for their coat. As long as you don't overdo it. So, there we go. That's one use, guys. Alright, so we're going to finish up sealing the meat today from our big pork. I had to let it rest a little bit. If there's lots of noise, I'm sorry. People here don't know how to train their animals. They have no respect for neighbors or anything else. And they buy an animal or a dog, not as a pet, but they think as a theft deterrent. But when they ignore it barking all day, all night, what good is it going to do? So, common sense, not huge. Well, let's get some of this sealed up. We've got different meats cut into different orders. We're going to use some of our bags that we've cleaned, recycled, sanitized. So let's get some of those done. Kuting will have to come and write on this later. She's out doing a little group thing to help our community. Whether people want to admit it or not, it needs help. So, let's get to work. Please remember, fold your bags. That way when you put stuff in, if it touches anything, it touches the internal bag part. And then you can just fold it out and you won't make a mess. Leaves it all nice and clean, so then you can take it. So, that makes you got an easy seal. Set it in. Mine locks. And there you go. Complete seal. Make sure you look. No cracks, no creases. You're all good. That'll last for 6 months, a year, more, depending. Depends how much air you got out, how good your vacuum sealer is. So, only that was a good thing. Because my handwriting, terrible. Terrible. So, let's put that in the fridge. Check it. Looks good. Nice seal all the way around. There we go. Also, it's really good. Keep some antibacterial cleanser, Lysol, whatever you use. Make sure there's no drips. You can even wipe the bag, and because it's sealed, you can wipe the crease with it to make sure none of that juice was on the edge or anything like that. And sanitize your edge. There you go. You can even cook in these. If you wanted, you could pre-season it, set it up, get liquid or whatever you want in there, seasoning, marinade, boil the whole thing. And there you go. You got kind of a hack on sous vide. We got ribs here, so let's cut these in half. Because there's sharp bones and things, I like to actually take like another extra piece of plastic and wrap around it before it goes in a bag. I'll do both spots, and that'll help maintain the strength of the bag. Wash hand. Just in case. Now you can see, perfectly sealed those ribs, complete vacuum. And because we put the extra piece, you might see a little color in there, but it's fine, that's extra plastic. But it keeps those rib bones from cutting right into the plastic. Really good use. This is why it's really handy to have more than one person, so you don't have to wash so much or clean up. Or have your bags ready ahead of time. But it's harder to do when you're doing reused bags, because you don't know which one's going to be for what. So, we just check and move as we go. Just like that. Nice seal, nothing even got too close to the edge. You see, like I said, completely sucked in. You gotta have a very strong vacuum. Quiet matters less. What you want is a strong vacuum. It's not like you're using all day, every day, so it doesn't matter how loud it is, as long as it's good. So that one's got a few drips at the top. So we're gonna set that back down, and we're gonna sanitize it. Wipe the inside of our machine. Dispose of the nasty. Also, if you ever have any doubts about your seal, you can always put a double seal. Just hit seal again. If there's a lack of air, then you want to cut it, redo it, use another bag or whatever. But bags are reusable. Less so when you boil in them or cook inside the bag. But if you just use them for freezer bags, take them out, wash them, clean them, sanitize them, make sure they dry properly. You can reuse them. As you see, we now have a double seal. Okay, so we got ribs, riblets. This we'll call an adobo cut. Kuting makes great pork adobo, so we'll put that into that. Just so we remember. Put an A on there so Kuting knows what to write. Remember, the flatter you can make each piece of meat, the better it's going to seal, freeze, and unfreeze. Perfectly sealed ribs. So, as you can see, Kuting labeled everything. All nice, ready to go in the freezer. Freeze that up. Good job, honey. Very proud of you. Yay! So, we ended up having cooked about 1 kilo in pork loin the other day for us and a friend. And then we made adobo yesterday, which was about half a kilo. Okay. And then we had about 1 kilo in skin and stuff that we rendered for our friend's dogs.
It's more than a kilo.
Yeah, I'm just giving a small estimate. So basically, with the meat we have today, after I calculated, we had about 7,600 grams. So about 7.5 kilos of meat after all bones trimmed out. And that's not to count. I have.
How about the ribs?
That's counting ribs. What's that, please? That's not counting all this ham meat that I have cooked. That I've got made for us to have pork white beans tomorrow. And then, of course, I mean, this is the ham hock, ham bone and stuff. So that'll go in tomorrow's also. But just gonna go ahead and soak some white beans tonight. That'll be dinner for tomorrow. So, all done, all sealed up finally. Guys, have fun. Bye-bye.